So pretty much what we wanted to do is for the group, we wanted to do pretty much a recap of where all the important characters are in the series, and just going over a bunch of questions. And pretty much we can all what we want to start is that everybody can ask questions moving forward, and we can just make videos weekly about the show and things that we expect is going to happen. We're here for discussion, so.
Yeah. So we have a list of the characters that we are following right now, and some of the questions we've had ourselves. So we're going to be asking these questions, answering maybe a couple of them, but most of them are like open-ended questions. So we want to hear your comments and what you think is going to happen. And Bernardo has never read the books, so he has no background to any of the deep storylines.
I read a little bit of nothing, pretty much nothing.
Yeah, I read all the books and I watched the show, and I follow forums about theories, and I created the forum about theories. So I have more knowledge about what's happening. Except that the show is no longer following the books, so whatever. Anyway, we're gonna start with the Starks, from eldest to youngest, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the oldest Stark is Robb, the oldest brother. He's no longer in the storyline.
Obviously he's dead.
He was killed by the Freys.
Freys, yes.
Yeah, they
cut
off his head, killed his direwolf. Bam.
Put the direwolf on his head.
Bam, gone. Alright, next, Jon Snow. He was also killed by the Night's Watch. Here's Jon, the collectible. But he was brought back to life by the Red Witch, Melisandre.
Yeah, Melisandre brought him back.
And a question I just asked my husband about her was like, how long is she gonna live? We all know she's really old. She exposed her true form. She's like this really old witch. How long do they live? What's keeping her alive? Is it the necklace? Like, I want to know what's gonna happen to her.
I think she's gonna die very soon, actually.
And another question about Jon is, are we gonna find out who his mother is? You know, if you're a book reader, and if you're not,
know who mother is.
If you follow the theories, Jon Snow, spoiler alert, is possibly a Targaryen. His mother is Lyanna Stark, which is Ned Stark's younger sister.
His father's Rhaegar.
Yes, Rhaegar, who is the son of the Mad King Aerys. And now we're getting flashbacks of that storyline,
Exactly.
so
Building up.
they might show it.
I feel like this season, every theory that every fan has had that we were really serious about it's just coming true.
Yeah.
Because it's all written out, and now the Starks are coming together. I feel like now where the good guy's supposed to. We never knew in the beginning what was gonna happen. Like the Red Wedding was huge. Who would have expected that to happen?
We know the book readers.
Not while you're reading the book.
Yeah, but the books are out for a long time.
But what I'm saying is, as the plot's progressing, a lot of unexpected things happen. I feel like now everything that's expected is gonna happen. Okay, Daenerys is controlling her dragons now. Daenerys is gonna come, do whatever she's gonna do. Jon's gonna find out about his true inheritance. Jon's gonna find out about his origin. Oh, Jon's gonna come back from the dead, like we all thought was gonna happen. I feel like a lot of what we expect is gonna happen now. The book, because it has to end. It has to end. So all the theories it's gonna happen.
And another thing regarding Jon is when will he get to ride a dragon? Because if you were to read the books, there's a theory. There's the history of the Targaryens, or the dragon riders, and there are 3 dragons right now. Daenerys has already ridden Drogon, which is the biggest one. There's 2 left, so that means 2 other Targaryens have to ride them. And this is another theory. I'm not sure if you guys are aware of it, but if Jon Snow is a Targaryen, then he gets one of the dragon. But there's 1 dragon left. Who's gonna ride it? My theory, based on things I've read and seen, is that Tyrion Lannister is a Targaryen. Could be a Targaryen. He's gonna be the 3rd dragon rider. And in the show, we see that when he goes down into the crypt to see the dragons, they don't attack him. It was kind of cheesy the way it happened, the way he talked to him. We'll talk to the dragons.
I liked it a lot.
No, I thought it was kind of cheesy, but because dragons are supposed to be tough and they don't care who goes in. They're not friends with anybody. But the theory is, if you read the books, during King Aerys' reigning, it was said that he just took whoever he wanted to be his wife, to be his woman, whatever. And Tywin Lannister was the hand of the king at that time, and he was married, and his wife was supposed to be very beautiful. Remember, she died giving birth to Tyrion. But because King Mad Aerys was mad, he was crazy, there's a theory that he possibly slept with Tywin's wife, and that's why when Tyrion was born, he's actually Targaryen. There's not much proof behind everything, it's just speculation. That's a theory I have that I think will be shown in the future. So there are 3 dragons. One is going to be for Dany, one is going to be for Jon, and the third one is for Tyrion. And we'll see if it's true in the future. Anyway, back to the Starks. Sansa is next, and right now she is at the wall with Jon.
They're leaving though.
Yeah, they're trying to find reinforcements because they're trying to reclaim back their.
River Run, right?
She's going to River Run. Yeah.
Are they all going to River Run, or is it just her?
It's just her
I
and
think
Jon.
she's going with Jon. Yeah, she is going with Jon.
I think Jon. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember exactly. But I have a question about Sansa. Is she pregnant? Because she was raped how many times by the mad psychopath of her husband, Ramsay Bolton? She could be pregnant. You know, there's no protection back then, and what if she is? And then she's carrying like a demon child inside her.
Would she keep? I don't know. Well, you can't not keep it, I guess.
You can keep it, but they can. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know how it works back then.
Oh, it's that universe.
Let's see. Like, if you're a book reader, I remember when I was reading the chapters about Sansa, I used to hate her chapters. And actually, I didn't like her at all because in the books, she's so terrible to Jon, okay? She is so mean to him. I hated her for and she was just mean to him because he wasn't a true-born Stark, you know? He was born out of wedlock or whatever. And I think that's just unfair for her to treat him like that because he didn't choose to be a bastard, right? So, anyway, next Stark, Bran.
Bran is with Benjen. I thought Benjen was Cold Hands. I think that's pretty much confirmed because of the show. I think that's why they chose to omit Cold Hands from because he was in the books like twice before, I believe, or once before. And the reason why I believe they chose to omit him from the show is because, like, if you just watch the credits and you see the actor playing Cold Hands, it would have spoiled that it's the same actor for Benjen. So I think that's why they omitted him. I don't know. But I'm very excited that Benjen is there. It's awesome. Is he like immortal now? You were saying, right? It's weird that he's like immortal possibly now, right?
Benjen?
Yeah, because he's a White Walker.
Yeah, he's not human anymore, and he's not a White Walker. He's somewhere in between, so he's somehow immortal. But I guess he can still be killed with fire, because that's how the Whites are killed.
Yeah, but he's not invincible. But he's like he could live forever technically, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
And then my question about Bran is that in the books, he's always having dreams where he's flying, like he's a three-eyed raven. So I'm wondering if somehow he's gonna get the ability to walk again, or the ability to fly. I haven't seen anyone flying.
Or warg into the dragons.
Or warg into a dragon.
That's what I think.
I never thought about that.
Really?
No.
The whole books?
No. That's
Book
cool.
readers
But he's not a Targaryen, so I don't care.
So he can
Anyway,
become the dragon.
that's an interesting theory. What if Bran can warg into a dragon?
Why not? He could
That would be amazing.
Or
Yeah. Okay, we'll see if that happens. Alright, next one is Arya. And I never really liked the path Arya was following because she was becoming like this little murderer person. And she's so young, you know, in the books. She's like 9 years old, I think. And she's going around killing people. That's not a good future for a little girl. But she's not an average kid, you know. Her family was murdered. So I understand her age. But in the last episode, she
digs up Needle.
She gets Needle, she gets her sword back.
Yeah,
and she's basically renouncing the Faceless Men because she completely went against them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I actually like that about her because she realized that they're just paid assassins. Everyone's like, oh yeah, they're so cool, but they're just killing people for no reason. They don't discriminate whether you're good or bad, young or old. If they're paid, if someone pays them to kill someone, they'll kill them, and that's not honorable at all.
I like how it's showing, like, she's basically taking back her Stark name, I think. Like, she didn't want to give it up, so I see that all the Starks are eventually just coming back together. But that girl's going to be following her. She got the deal.
She's probably going to kill that blonde girl. I don't know her name, but that girl's awful. The one who beats her while she's training her.
Awesome.
And then one question I have about Arya is, where's she going to go now?
Yeah, where are you going to
She can't stay there where the Faceless Men are because they're going to be searching for her. But now that she has all these skills where she can transform her face and she's a great fighter, is she going back to Westeros? Is she going to get revenge? Or is she going to go to her home?
How far are they from Westeros?
is she gonna hear about Jon Snow being killed and coming back to life, and about her sister in Winterfell? She's gonna find out about this stuff and go after them. That's what I hope happens. Okay, next one is Rickon.
Rickon. Well, if you know the Grand Northern Conspiracy, if I'm saying it right, yes, Grand Northern Conspiracy, Rickon might be safe. The guy who gave him in, the theory is that he's part of the conspiracy, and that's why he didn't bow, and he just talked crap to Ramsay because he didn't want to. He's not with him really. It's just fake.
Basically, he's like a double agent.
Yeah,
he's like, I'm here. I'm bringing Rickon to you, but actually, he's trying to gain Bolton's trust to then betray him.
Yeah.
Which might not work because now the direwolf was killed and the girl who was...
Well, supposedly the direwolf was killed.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And then the girl that was protecting the wildling, that was protecting Rickon, was also killed by Ramsay. So, I believe it's very possible that Sansa and Jon are going to try to go to Winterfell, to get back their land. And they're going to try to save Rickon, and it's going to backfire, and he's going to die. That's going to be one of the tragedies. Another Stark is going to die.
It'd be really sad though, because he got no light at all in the entire series, and just to kill him all.
we never get any Rickon chapters in the book, and we got like 2 episodes where he's in it in the show.
Yeah,
maybe more. I haven't counted exactly.
A few. Like he's had a few screen time.
We never show him, so it's very probable that he's going to die, and no one's really going to miss him. It's going to be sad, but whatever. And